Hi, you guys. I hope you're doing good today. I just got my hair straightened for the first time in a while. But I'm on the way back home, and I've been thinking about sharing a message lately, which is something that I sometimes have to remind myself, which is like overcoming this whole thing of like mom guilt and putting yourself first as a mom. So just some background for you guys who are new here, don't know. I'm CJ, and I had a baby like a year ago. So, new mom, mama one, beautiful girl who I love so freaking much. And last night, let me tell y'all, so I've been breastfeeding for the last year. I've been co-sleeping, so literally for 365 plus days, every night I have slept with my daughter in the bed with me, like latched on to my boobs. And normally, you know, I don't really mind the co-sleeping part. It's the part where she like wants to be on my boob and like do the lazy feeding thing all the time. And just the fact that I haven't really got quality sleep in the last year. Even before that year, I was pregnant, so like the quality still wasn't that great because she was like, you know, in my belly. But I just so last night, let me not get sidetracked. So last night she slept in her crib for the first time, where like me and my partner are sleep training, which I hate the way that sounds, but like, you know, like teaching her how to sleep on her own, in her own room, in her own crib. And it actually went well. Like, she woke up a couple times, but overall went good. We're going for day 2 tonight, and there's a part of me like that. I mean, obviously I missed her in my bed last night, but I felt so great. Like, it felt so great to just have my bed to myself for the first time in so long. I don't know how long. And I guess it was just a part of also like putting myself first. You know, I feel like as moms, we're very like sacrificial, and like, you know, we give so much to our babies that I think that sometimes we forget that we have to come first. And like the whole basis of that is, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup at the end of the day. So no matter how great of a mom that you think you are, by sacrificing yourself and putting yourself last, you're actually putting yourself in a position where you have nothing to give your kids because you're not taking care of yourself. So I catch myself sometimes feeling bad, like whenever I leave out to go get a massage, or, you know, whenever I leave to do anything, whenever I take a minute for myself, there's something in the back of my head that's like, you know, you're a bad mom, you're not a good mom, or that feels like guilty about not putting my baby before myself. And I remember my grandma told me a while ago, and you know, this is not just for moms, like dads too, because I feel like dads, you know, need to take care of themselves too. I feel like dads are better at prioritizing themselves over the kids. So but you know, this is for any parent who can relate, who needs a reminder to put themselves first, especially moms though, because I feel like it's just intuitively like in us to put other people, especially our kids, ahead of ourselves. And I remember a while ago my grandma told me, like, she was reading my birth chart, and she was telling me how like my Venus and Aries literally saves me, because all of my other placements, like my Cancer rising, my Taurus sun, like my Virgo moon, all these other things are so self-sacrificing that the Venus and Aries is the only part of my chart that reminds me, like, put yourself first, girl. Take care of yourself, girl. Like, love yourself. So I'm happy for that I have like a selfish ass Venus sign, because it reminds me to be selfish and to take care of myself. And I mean, if you need to think of it as like, you know, taking care of yourself so you can take care of everybody else better, then think of it that way. But I mean, one, you should just love yourself and want to take care of yourself. So this is your reminder, if you needed that today, to put yourself first. Like, take a minute, and it's like, make it reoccurring. I used to think like when I first had my baby, it was like I would leave the house, you know, at least once a week. I would leave the house once a month, and I feel like sometimes we forget, like, we need those regular daily times to ourselves, daily moments to ourselves, weekly times to get out of the house and go do something for you. Like, we really need to implement these things in our routines and to not feel selfish about it. At the end of the day, I don't want me to feel selfish for putting you first, because overstimulated moms, I mean, we're gonna be overstimulated at the end of the day, but I feel like what I've learned from experience is me being overstimulated makes me, like, very angry. And when I don't take out these times and these moments to do stuff for myself, then I take it out on those around me, and I'm not there like I should be for my kids, and I'm not as patient as I need to be dealing with a 1-year-old toddler. Like, so it's like you also have to realize that if you don't take these moments, you will lash out. You will take it out on the people that you care most about, which are those, like, precious little kids who are like, what is this attitude coming from? I just want to bounce on your head and tear the house up that you just cleaned up 5 times. Like, kids don't know. So we need so much patience in order to deal with them. And in order to have patience, we need to be taking care of ourselves and putting regular things into our schedules in order for us to detach, to take time for ourselves, to decompress, to destimulate ourselves. So yeah, do not feel bad for it. And I will say there will be some times where, like, the support systems that you built will be supportive about it, and there are some times where you will have to remind your support systems, like, you will have to be the one that advocates for yourself at the end of the day. Okay? Sometimes your partner, your mom might be like, go get some air, you know? But 9 times out of 10, it's going to come down to you advocating for yourself. Like, no, I need a minute. No, I'm about to go outside. I'm about to step on the porch. I'm about to go for a walk. I'm about to go to the store. Like, go sit in the fucking car. Like, you need to advocate for yourself. You need to be advocating for yourself daily, if not weekly. Okay, and that doesn't mean, like, going to get a massage every day or going, you know, getting your hair done every day. Like, it doesn't have to be costly. It's literally, like, could be go sitting in the car at a certain time every day just to breathe and have a minute to yourself. It could be as simple as that. But the main thing that I want to remind you guys is, like, the repetition of it, because that's what I forget sometimes until I'm lashing out and I'm like being a bitch. And I'm like, what's the problem? I'm like, oh wait, I've been, like, attached to my baby for the last 14 days. Like, so yeah, this is your reminder that you guys really, you have to advocate for yourself. Like, yes, you are a parent, but you also have to parent yourself and make sure that you are taking the necessary steps. You can be the best person that you can be. And as parents, like, part of that is we need time to ourselves, okay? We need to pour into ourselves, because kids need so much of our energy, of our attention, of our dedication, of our patience, and we can't be pouring from empty cups. That's what makes angry parents. That's what makes mean parents, because the parents aren't delegating. The parents aren't taking time for themselves, and then they're lashing out on everybody around them, when really is, you know, you're the one who has to make the calls. You're the one who has to call the shots, who has to say, like, I need a minute. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to implement. Like, you're the boss. You need to act like it. You need to delegate. You need to schedule accordingly. And, you know, I'm talking to you guys, and I'm talking to me too, so this is a reminder for myself, because I'm sure I'm going to be looking through my videos in, like, 3 months, and I'm going to have forgotten all of these things that I'm saying to you guys, and I'm going to need that reminder myself. So, yeah. But I do want to know, like, comment below and let me know, what are some things that you guys do to decompress? What are some things that you guys do to get out the house, or to get a minute to yourself, or to, like, refresh? What are some of these things that you guys do? Let me know. And yeah, let me know if you guys like these videos. I might do some more, like, parenting ones. I don't know, really. I just go whatever the universe tells me to talk about. This is what felt like what's prevalent in my life right now, because I'm reminding myself, like, it's okay to take care of yourself. Even as a mom, like, you're still a person. You are you first. Before you are a mom, you are you. So take care of that. Remember, just because you have kids does not mean that your life is now their life. Like, you still have a life of your own. You still deserve to do the things that you want to do in life. Like, just because you have kids doesn't mean that you have to give up everything that you once were. Just because something's changed doesn't mean everything has to. And also, I think it means, like, more of a beautiful life. I feel like it used to be certain things that will make me sad when I reflect on, like, you know, just when I used to be, like, young, wild, and free, and, you know, no partner, no kid, like, just waking up, doing whatever I want to do. I used to get such a thrill out of just reminiscing sometimes. And the other day, yesterday, I went to Royal Oak, and I was just looking at, like, the apartments, and I'm like, all the apartments are so cute. Like, I know the college students probably are just out here, like, living the life that I used to live when I was in college, and, like, young with all of my friends and no cares in the world. And when I thought about it, I was like, wow, that's gonna be my daughter soon. Like, well, not soon, but I'm like, one day that's gonna be her moving into an apartment and with her friends and having all this fun that I had once. Maybe not as much fun as I did, but within reason. And yeah, I just got excited, and I was like, wow, you know, she'll be here one day, and I'll be in, like, my house somewhere in a nice neighborhood with a wine glass in my hand, chilling, retired, like. And I just got excited about that. And that was the first time that I don't know, I was just, like, more excited for the future than I was thinking about the past. And it was something, like, wonderful about that. So maybe that's a sign too, if you guys are, like, feel the same way sometimes, like, you've lost your freedom, you lost your life to your kids. Like, I feel like it's time for you to reimagine what your new life looks like, you know? Just because we have kids doesn't mean we have to give up our dreams. I mean, yes, we have to kind of sculpt our lives around them and transform our lives, because now you're a parent, so you can't do everything the way that you used to. But I feel like it's time to get excited about the new era of life instead of, like, reminiscing about what it used to be. Like, so what? We're not kids anymore. We're not completely in our youth, but I feel like, you know, I'm always in my prime. That's the way that I see it. So how can I make the best out of where I am right now? So yeah, I don't know what that might look like for you guys. Maybe that's enrolling in a program, doing something you always want to do, trying a new hobby, like setting some goals, you know, a new house, a new car, doing some things that you can get excited about, you know, starting a new chapter in your life, and just looking at your kids as, you know, inspiration for what you want to do, so you can give them something to look forward to, give them something to look up to. Like, be the inspiration that you wanted as a kid, or, you know, be the motivation, like the people that you look towards, be that for your kids. This one girl, she posted a video, this DJ on YouTube, she posted something on her social media. It was like her kid in her arm, her daughter, and they were looking at her on the TV, and she was like, one day I'm gonna look back on this on my daughter. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so true. Like, my daughter's gonna be so proud of me. And not that we should do things just for the sense of, you know, somebody else being proud of us, but that's really cool that all of these things that we achieve and do in life, like, our kids are really gonna be like, damn, you did that, Mom, you did that, Dad, like, you are so cool. Look at you, like, running this business. Look at you, like, you're just so grown up. Like, all of the, I mean, our kids love us regardless. Even if we were, like, homeless people living on the street with nothing to our names, they would still think that we were the coolest person. So it's not like you have to do things to please your kids. But I think that that's super cool that, you know, that we get to be these role models that our kids can look forward to, and, like, we get to set the foundation for their lives. But yeah, and this is something that also we're gonna have to teach them. Like, they have to prioritize themselves over other people, even your kids, even your partner, you know. I think I got a caffeine headache. This is tea though. I wonder if McDonald's sweet tea has caffeine in it. But yeah, that was the message today. You are just this is just a reminder, you're a good mom, you're a good dad, you're a good person, and it's not a crime to put yourself first. All right, it's actually very inspiring, and I love you for doing that. So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's all I wanted to come to you guys with today and share. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day. If I don't talk to you for a while, happy Halloween, happy Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Shout out to the ancestors. Love y'all. Shout out to my dad, resting in heaven. And yeah, have a great day.